Richard Nato and the Nighttime Philharmonic. Woo! Now, before we bring out the people to talk about a great movie, Only the Brave, during the break you were telling me there's scholarships available for your science fair?
That's correct.
Wow.
We have University of Hawaii and Hawaii Pacific University offers full-time scholarships and some partial scholarships as well to our students. The Hawaii State Science Fair is one of the few state science fair that is still free entry. It's free to anybody and everybody. And so it's like, you know, you don't have to go get a football scholarship. You can get a science scholarship to go to college.
And you know what? When somebody wins it, bring them back. I'd love to have them on the air.
Certainly will.
Thank you so much for joining us, and I want to introduce you to some people. Now, these guys have a little science project of their own. It's called Only the Brave. Ladies and gentlemen, to talk about this excellent new movie, Lane Nishikawa and Gerald Orbello. Hi, Vern. Are you Lane? Yeah. Hi, Lane. How are you? The Brave. I'll tell you something. Only the brave make movies too, isn't that right?
Yeah, sure they do.
How's the film doing?
It's doing really well. We're on a 30-city tour right now, and so we just finished doing our Hawaii leg. Had a screening in Hilo at the Palace Theater there.
Love that little theater.
Yeah, Hawaii Theater here in Honolulu, and just the other night we were at Maui Iao Theater. So it was really a nice tour.
Before I forget, I want to play the clip,
sure.
Okay? Because I always blow the clip. Ladies, does it need any setup?
Well, why don't we take a look at this scene
and then we'll set it up afterwards.
Then I'll tell you.
Go ahead, John. Let's take a look at this. This is from Only the Brave.
You must accept your fate here. The rest of you will follow from here.
Texas 141st is in trouble. They need our help. We got the nod. Let's move!
Come back to me, Jimmy.
Sergeant Takata, I just want to thank you.
Whether you're from Hawaii or Mississippi, we're all here for the same reason. We're gonna go home together or die together.
Who was that good-looking guy? My.
I think it was Jason Scott Lee.
I think I saw your name up there, Lane.
Jason's also in the movie, and Mark Dacascos, and of course Pat Morita, late Pat Morita, Tamla Tomita, Michi Okamoto, real terrific actors.
Give the folks at home just a quick synopsis. I know about the Lost Battalion, but in case somebody doesn't, why don't you tell them a little bit about the plot?
Myself, actually, what was really great is that we got to go and learn about it, and basically it was all volunteer troop that went ahead and helped out with all of the stranded people over in Europe. So,
so there was an actual Lost Battalion, and the people from Hawaii and the primarily Asian.
Yeah, the 100th 442 is made up mainly of men from Hawaii, and about 25% came out of the internment camps. Our film focuses on the rescue of the Lost Battalion. A regiment of Texans had advanced a little too quickly in France in October of '44. So their sister regiments tried to reach them with no success for 5 days. The 100th 442 were sent in, and in 4 days they rescued 211 of the 275 Texans. But in those 4 days they suffered over 800 casualties.
Man. So how come you didn't know that, Conrad? Huh?
Me? You know, I'm in charge of the programs over at Japanese Cultural Center. I'm like, you know,
I'm sorry,
we're going to give this to Lane. Lane is the expert on it.
You know, it doesn't surprise me that Lane knows it, because an actor needs to do that kind of research and really know. And how's this program working for you over there?
Actually, really great. You know, we at the Japanese Cultural Center were very honored to be able to work with Lane and do this screening that we had a couple weeks back at the Hawaii Theater. We're going to be selling all the DVDs. They're selling like hotcakes. They're selling like hotcakes. And it's just a story, I think, that really needed to be told. It was a story I think a lot of people are not fairly cognizant of, you know, the things that had happened in history, myself included. And so I took this as being the programs director is not only something we can do to help the community, but also to educate myself as well. So
And I'll tell you something, you can have all the multi-million starred actors in the world. Without a story, you've got nothing in a movie. I've said it a million times. And I tell you what, parents in internment, children out there fighting for the very people who put them in those concentration camps, essentially, that's a story. I tell you what, thanks so much for bringing it to Nighttime. Wow.
Thanks for having us.
All right, right on. We'll be right back with more of Nighttime. We've got a little bit more to talk about. Only the Brave, and maybe a little bit about the science fair at the same time when Nighttime returns.
Don't miss the best entertainment in Waikiki. Imagine a show with 5 of the greatest stars in the history of show business. Elvis, Tina Turner, Little Richard, Whitney Houston, and the Blues Brothers, recreated by the world's greatest tribute artists. Stars in concert, showing nightly except Wednesday at the beautiful Sheraton Princess Kaiulani. 2 optional dinner packages, free parking for dinner guests. Stars in concert, don't miss it.
Whoa, with stuffed crust pizza, you can't go straight for all that cheese in there. Start slow, enjoy the ride, and then bam, you go for the big cheese.
Right.
Nobody stuffs the crust like Pizza Hut's stuffed crust pizza, with loads of melty cheese stuffed inside that amazing crust, specially priced starting at just $14.99.
Second slice, straight for the cheese.
Get more, not less. Hawaii Pizza Hut. Order online.
That's for you. We're back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry, I got a little bit of a cough, but we're talking to Lane and Gerard of Only the Brave, and Chris and Dr. Neil Atabara are on the end of the couch with their science fair. But guess what? This is what the DVD looks like. We'll try to get a shot of that a little later. Selling like hotcakes. During the break, Lane tells me this story about the three-quarter local Hawaii people, right?
Right.
So catering was a big issue, right?
It costs a lot.
And the other quarter.
Where they were katongs from out of the internment camps. So we actually cast it that way too. We cast guys from Hawaii to play the Hawaii guys, and they all talk in pidgin. Yeah. And so the guys from the mainland guys, the katong guys, were all from the mainland.
For those who may be watching us in the 40 states around the country, katong is a Hawaii slang for someone who looks like a local, but they're not, right?
Right. That's
basically,
right.
Hey, well, katong! So they played the katongs, if you will.
Right.
Oh,
it was
amazing.
Terrific. Very terrific.
I wish we had more time.
Sure.
Science fair, good luck. Thanks for joining us. That's our show. I'll see you next time on Nighttime.
Andy's Auto Servicing provided by European Auto Tech, servicing all makes and models. Mention Nighttime for a special discount.